It's time to get more productive. Hi everybody, it's Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, we're going to talk about 10 different ways to stop wasting time and get more productive with your reselling business. Whether you're selling on eBay, Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark, or any of these other platforms, these are 10 ways that you can streamline your business and stop wasting precious time. If you're new here, I'd like to welcome you. I'm a reselling, homeschooling mom that flips things on eBay and other sites to help support my family. Let's dive into these 10 things. And if you think of another one, make sure you leave a comment and check the comments out, because lots of times our friends that watch the channel are leaving great comments and ideas as well. So my first tip to stop wasting time and be more productive is to photograph similar items. So what that means is, if I'm taking the time to photograph a bunch of new things to list in my store, I might consider doing all the mugs that I have at one time, or all the bracelets I have at one time, or all the one certain type of item, or if you're doing clothes, all the shoes, all the pants, because that way you don't have to switch gears when you're taking photos, and then with the different tools you might need. And also just mentally, when you're setting things up for photographing one thing, switching over to another thing takes time mentally to make that shift. So that's my first tip, is to photograph like items all in one big batch. My second tip goes in the same vein, and that's when you're listing. Try listing those similar items at the same time as well. For example, if you're listing books, you're going to make sure that you get all that copyright information in there, and you're going to have all the details about the author, the illustrator, if there is one. And then if you go from that to listing some shoes, you have different information to enter in. This way, if you are listing 10 books, you can kind of create a little template for yourself for the things you would need to fill in for just that item over and over again. So it will really help streamline it and keep your mind focused on that one area, and not have to switch back and forth between different items and different item specifics. My third tip is to clean in batches. And what I mean by that is, for the longest time, I went from having my haul that I brought in to the area. I would do a video, and then I would have it in the area for photographs. The problem was that sometimes there were things in the haul that needed attention, and they got mixed in with all the things that I was getting ready to list. Well, I would get the item and realize, oh, this needs to be cleaned, or oh, this has got stickers on it, or oh, this is so. And then I would take the time away from what I was supposed to be doing at the time, was photographing items, and then I start cleaning something and then realize, oh, no, I need to use my time wisely and be photographing and set it aside, or not, and then just keep cleaning this thing and get totally sidetracked. So now what I do is, once I've done a haul video for you guys, I have a spot for items that I need to clean, and then I have a spot for things that are ready to go. They don't have any issues that I need to address. They're ready to be photographed. This way, when I have time, let's say I'm just watching something, I can grab my bin of things that need to have stickers peeled off, or that need to have a little wipe down or spot cleaned, or things like that, and I have it all together in one area, and I can just grab that tub and get busy on those, and then put them in my ready to be photographed area. My fourth tip is organize your supplies. This might seem like a no-brainer, but I have got some things that I haven't always kept nearby when I'm doing my shipping. So now at my table where I do videos and I ship and I do all my stuff, I now have a little file cabinet next to me that I keep all of the shipping supplies handy that I need, right within grasp. Tape, scissors, a pen, magnets, all this stuff, my little scale, everything. It's right here. I just grab it. And that it's off limits to the rest of the family. I can't count how many times I have had Sharpies go missing, or scissors go missing, or tape's gone missing because there's something that one of the kids is doing with it. So having your supplies organized and handy when you're shipping is going to really help you, and having the rest of them know that they're off limits. This is another reason when I go to garage sales, estate sales, everywhere, If I find cheap scissors, I get them. And if I find cheap measuring tapes, I get them because they always vanish. But I'm trying to keep them off limits. Out of sight, out of mind, right? So they're in my little drawer. Nobody can see them, right? I also have a specific spot that I keep my shipping boxes and envelopes and all of that. And I try to keep those as organized as possible so I can quickly at a glance see, ooh, I'm running low on my 6x4x4 boxes, or ooh, I need to order some more padded flat rate mailers. If you keep them organized where you can see everything, then that will help you not run low on those supplies. And that rolls into my 5th tip, and that is don't run low on supplies, because I think we've all had this feeling where we're getting ready to ship something and then we turn around and realize, oh, I'm out of bubble wrap. I need to go get bubble wrap. And it just really throws you for a loop. Or, oh, I'm out of labels for my printer. I thought I had some more and now they're gone. I have to go buy them for way too much at the store nearby or whatever. So keeping an eye on your supplies so that you don't run low. And things being at what they are right now, it's always a good time to check out what you've got and place an order through the postal service if you need to, or other places where you get your supplies. My 6th tip is one that I've only recently started doing, probably within the last year, and that is scheduling pickup from the postal service if you use the USPS. I'm not sure if the other postal services do that, FedEx and UPS. I'm guessing they do. I'm not sure if it's free, but with USPS, you can schedule a pickup if you do it the day before, and they'll pick it up at your normal mail time if you designate that and tell them where to pick it up. So it has saved me so much time. Before I moved to Austin, I lived about a mile from the post office. So it was never a big deal for me to go and drop things off there. It was always very quick. And so I just did that. I never had it scheduled to pick up. But now where I live, the post office is a number of miles away, maybe like 10 minutes. And at first I was like taking the boxes to the post office. Like, man, there has got to be, I have to figure something else out. I can't keep doing this every day. So I now schedule through the post office to come and pick up my boxes. My 7th tip is one of the hardest ones for me, and that is to avoid multitasking and avoid distractions. Being a homeschool mom, my kids are here all the time. So there's always distractions and things that kind of pull me away from what I need to be doing. There's also social media, which I get on quite a bit. But if I take those times that I work, and I don't work in one big chunk during the day. I don't work like for 4 straight hours usually. I usually take an hour in the morning, an hour or 2 in the afternoon, and then maybe like 3 hours in the evening after the kids have gone to bed. I'll get some more work done. So it's kind of in chunks. So I really try during those chunks of time to focus on just what I'm doing for work and try to save social media and all the other distractions for these other times. My kids have gotten way better about respecting the time that I am doing work. So that's helped a lot, getting them to understand that mommy really needs to do this during these times. So they've gotten way better about helping avoid those distractions. So making sure you can try to avoid those distractions and social media when you're working. My 8th tip is to keep your work area tidy. This is a tough one for me, but I'm way more productive when my work area is clean. I am pretty bad about coming in, dropping things off, and running because we're always going here and there. So I frequently have things piled up in one area, and then I frequently have, oh, I've done this haul video, but now I have to leave and go somewhere. So I have stuff over here that needs to be sorted out, jewelry in a tub on the floor. That's just never going away, apparently. But keeping that work area tidy, and this may sound strange, but I only recently got a trash can for my workroom. And what I would do is I would just grab like a Savers bag, or I would grab the Goodwill, and I would just use that and throw the garbage in there. But then there would be little bits of peel off from the padded mailers on the floor, or little bits of this and that. And so I'd have to go through and clean it all up. But now I have a trash can. I've only been doing this since 2013. Finally, I leveled up to trash can. And it's made the world of difference. Because now I can just put it in the trash can. It's not all over the floor. So keeping your work area tidy, taking a part of the time from listing and photographing and things like that to straighten things up, and because it really does help. Well, it helps me with my focus. My 9th tip is, if you've hit a brick wall, don't beat yourself up. Take a 10-15 minute break, go for a walk, stretch your legs, get outside, do something else. We all have those moments where you just can't look at one more item. You can't measure one more thing. You can't cross post one, like you're just swimming in it and you just can't focus anymore and you feel like you're just zoning out. So don't beat yourself up if that happens. Just take a 10-15 minute break, clear your head, and then come back and start attacking it again. And my 10th tip is to have a schedule in mind, even if it's just per day. It's really hard for me to have a hard and fast schedule every single day and know that this day I'm doing this and this day because of a homeschooling and all of the things that we do, it's hard for me to maintain a very strict schedule. And so I try to just base it day by day. I'll know, okay, today in the morning, I'm going to try to get 5 things listed. At lunchtime, I'm going to try to edit a video. In the evening, I'm going to try to get 20 things photographed. Where then tomorrow, it'll be, oh, I need to ship out some things. I need to get 10 things boxed up, So I adjust my day based on what's going on. I generally try to box my things up after the kids go to bed. That way it's ready to go the next morning. Sometimes it doesn't happen. So that morning chunk of time gets taken over by something else. So just based on whatever's going on in your day, just kind of try to get a schedule for that day. If you can do a hard and fast schedule where it's very rigid, then even better. I wish I could, but I know myself and I know I can't. And if I try to do that, then I end up beating myself up for failing. So try to not do that to yourself, but make some kind of schedule where you're hitting all the areas that you need to hit for your reselling business. And I want to hear from you. What are some great tips you have for not wasting time and being more productive with your reselling business? And I will talk to you on the next one. Thanks for being here. Bye.